The UEFA Champions League final, Europe's premier event for the football clubs across the continent. It would start as the European Cup in 1955, then change its name to the Champions League in 1993. Let's see how each final went, shall we? Spanish giants Real Madrid come from 2-0 down to win a 7-goal thriller to beat the French champions Stade de Reims in France. Real Madrid secure a second straight European Cup with a 2-0 win against Italian side Fiorentina, at home this time, in front of 124,000 people. 3 seasons, 3 titles already. Someone please stop this.
You can't keep getting away with this!
Hey, it's Stade de Reims again. Oh, it's Real Madrid. Eintracht Frankfurt must have thought they were going to do something when they took the lead against Real Madrid.
Stupid, I'm not going to let you get the chance.
It took 5 years, but finally Real Madrid lose a European game, this time to Barcelona, who then go on to lose to Benfica in the Wankdorf Stadium in front of only 26,000 people this time. Ferenc Puskás scores a hat-trick for Real Madrid. But who cares? They lost. Hey Benfica, that's 2 in a row. Nice. Bet you can't win another one, huh? There's one. Thanks, Milan. The other Milan team keeps the European trophy in the Lombardy capital. A single goal for Jair sees back-to-back titles for Inter Milan. A bonus was that it was in their own stadium this time. Benfica. Yugoslav side Partizan Belgrade make the final for the first and only time. They take the lead but eventually fall to the juggernauts Real Madrid. Hey Real, don't wait 30 years for the next one, alright? Inter Milan, who are strong favourites to win the game, gets shocked by the Scottish side Glasgow Celtic, who become the first British team to win the cup. All of Celtic's players were born within a 30-mile radius of Glasgow. You will never see anything like this nowadays. 10 years after a disaster that wrecked the team, Manchester United become the first English team to win the European Cup, thrashing Benfica 4-1 after extra time at Wembley Stadium. Hey, a new country represented in the final. Unfortunately, AC Milan don't care one bit. Despite strikes in northern Italy, the final still goes ahead in San Siro. Not many people remember Celtic actually went back to another European Cup final. They lost, however, to Dutch side Feyenoord. New team, new country, Panathinaikos, Greece. New winner, new dynasty, Ajax. Van Dijk, not him, but him, scores a goal. That's really it. The Inter Milan goalkeeper and defender don't know how to communicate, and Johan Cruyff bags a brace to win Ajax's second title. Pretty unforgettable final, but that's 3 in a row for Ajax, 4 in a row for Netherlands. 3. One dynasty ends, another begins. Bayern Munich tear Atletico Madrid to shreds to grab Germany's first title. One of the most controversial European Cup finals is pretty much forgotten about, apart from Leeds fans. The ref fails to give Leeds a stonewall penalty in the first half, then doesn't give a clear goal that would have given them the lead. Munich wins in the end. Saint-Étienne left their shooting boots back at home in France, as Bayern Munich makes it 3 out of 3. Another loss for France. Liverpool become the second team from England to win the cup against Borussia. Gladbach. Hey, quick, take a picture. This is the only time you'll see a Belgian side in the European Cup final. Nottingham Forest take on Malmo in the final.
Who?
Quick, take another picture. This is the only time you'll see a Swedish side in the European Cup final. Robin Hood once again grabs the European title after beating
Hamburger.
Forest have more European titles than national titles, if you didn't know. Liverpool versus Real Madrid Part 1. An Alan Kennedy goal sees off the Spanish. Even frickin' Aston Villa grabs a win as the British colonise Europe. I make that 6 in a row for England.
Hamburger.
Got their only European title through a goal from Felix Magath. Liverpool beat Roma on penalties in their own goddamn stadium. Now that's pretty funny. Unspeakable events happened in this final. I will not speak more on it. Just know that you won't see an English team for the next 5 or so years. Juventus win 1-0. Probably the most boring final up until 1988. Romanian side Steaua Bucharest win on penalties as their keeper saves all of Barcelona's kicks. Oh look, a Portuguese winner. Oh, it's not Benfica. Anyways, Porto win 2-1. And hey, Bayern Munich, when are you gonna win again? The most boring final until 2003. A good year for Netherlands, as some of the PSV team would win the Euros that summer. Benfica lost again, by the way. Steaua thought they were actually good. They got smoked by AC Milan. Milan cruised to a second win against... No way, it's not you again.
Bro, what the hell? You tripping, bro. You tripping.
Red Star Belgrade do what their rivals Partizan couldn't, and they win the European Cup on penalties. The last pure European Cup season that would consist of knockout rounds throughout, Barcelona grabbed their first title. Marseille become the first and to this date the only French team to win the Champions League. AC Milan proved their greatness by absolutely clowning Barcelona in Athens. This is the first season where the competition would go downhill in my books. They started sending champions of lesser nations into UEFA Cup. Hello, it's the Champions League for goodness sake. A young Ajax side grabbed their first win in 22 years. Edwin van der Sar flaps at thin air, and Ravanelli scores from a tight angle. Angelo Peruzzi decides not to catch this free kick and instead punches it straight to an Ajax player. Juventus win on penalties. Hey Juventus, this is the start of something new, isn't it? The final is best remembered for an outrageous lob from Lars Ricken, just minutes after coming on as a substitute. This is the first season in which they start allowing teams who weren't either champions of their National League or defending champions of the Cup, and they started sending certain teams directly to the group stage and others to a qualifying process. Real Madrid finally win their 7th European title. Took them long enough. Call it what you want. The best English side ever, the best comeback ever, I don't really care. This final was one of the luckiest wins in history. 2 fluke goals in the last minute against a team who dominated you. Fair enough. This is the first time we ever see 2 teams from the same country in a final. A good Valencia team is ripped apart by the Los Blancos. A good Valencia team loses agonizingly to Bayern Munich. Zidane scores a wonder goal to defeat Bayer Leverkusen. Boring, AC Milan win on penalties, Juventus loses again. Porto thrashed poor old AS Monaco to win their 2nd European title. AC Milan go up 3-0 at half-time, only to choke away the lead and lose on penalties because this bozo didn't want to attempt a good kick. Pep, Xavi, Iniesta, Messi and co win their first Champions League against 10-man Arsenal, who took the lead in fact, and then Jens Lehmann decided to be an idiot. Uninspiring contest, AC Milan get revenge on Liverpool. John Terry slips at the vital moment and Manchester United get title number 3. The number 1 team in the world beat the number 2 team in the world as Cristiano Ronaldo leaves United on a whimper. Mourinho's Inter defeat Van Gaal's Munich for Italy's last Champions League to date. Guardiola embarrasses Fergie once again, and this one isn't even close. A miracle run to the final is complete as London club Chelsea defeats Bayern Munich in their own backyard to grab their first ever European title. It was 70 years too late, but the Germans had finally reached London. Well, Wembley at least. Dortmund allowed Robben to shoot with his left foot and paid the price. All Atletico had to do was defend one more corner. Instead, they get walloped by city rivals Real Madrid 4-1.
You blew it!
Messi, Neymar and Suarez give no mercy to Juventus with a comfortable 3-1 victory. Griezmann bottles it in the big stage, and this Madrid derby is won by Real again. This was one of the most entertaining finals in the modern era despite the scoreline. Real Madrid was unstoppable as they torched Juventus 4-1. Ramos injures Salah and Karius shits the bed big time. Gareth Bale scores an absolute worldie by the way. One of the worst finals ever. Over after the second minute. Liverpool get number 6. Lockdowns halt the progress of the Champions League. All ties after the restart only one-legged affairs, and in Portugal, oil merchants PSG put no effort into this game and lose 1-0. Pep decides not to play a striker from the beginning and pays for his sins as Kai Havertz scores the only goal for the lesser of two evils, his second European title. Liverpool lands no blows against Real Madrid as the Spaniards tactically outclass the Scousers with a single Vinicius goal to grab number 14.
14?